do about the UP? Do you know if there was an attorney involved in the?
They used their attorney. They had an attorney, an outside attorney, so there was an impartial person who actually went and picked it up, and then one of the board members went with the attorney, so that someone who was actually on the board could not, or working in the office, could not have access prior to. There was always, someone to oversee the collection of the ballots.
Okay. This has been done before, and it's worked well.
It's common in many condominium associations.
Okay. Everybody understood that?
Yes.
Everybody
Yes, I can. Does anybody want to make any further comments?
Yes, I would like to hear from each board member how you have been threatened by the people up in the office, and I know you have a story that I would like you to share with everybody.
Well, let this gentleman...
My question is, you've now rejected the 2010 budget. In 15 days from starting that year, what's the plan to have operating?
Doesn't start till April.
We have to come up with something.
The attorney. The ball is frankly in the.
Can't hear you, Jeremy.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's there's not much I can do with that.
One thing, when Betsy canceled our meeting, she said the budget we didn't vote on it, so that means that we carry it on.
The existing budget would carry on, is what she said.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Okay. Now, as we have voted tonight, okay, can you hear me? Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't have a loud, booming voice, okay. We have voted tonight, the three of us, to approach an attorney to ensure compliance with the decisions that we have made at board meetings. And the decisions we have made tonight, in addition to the decisions we made on 10/12, we will approach an attorney to see if it's possible to ensure compliance with those motions, and clearly this particular issue as to whether.
And could you also make note of the fact that we are having a meeting on January 7th?
Good point. Okay. So we will bring all these issues to the attention of the attorney, and particularly the issue of whether the motion tonight to reject the 2010 budget can be enforced or not.
Jeremy, I have one point.
Yeah.
This last week I went to consult an attorney because I was thinking about bringing suit against the board.
Yeah.
And I was advised that before anything could be done, that I needed to request, and he would do that on my behalf, a complete set of documents, no more than 25 cents a page. And I know that you had at the last meeting or the meeting prior to that, there was some argument going on as you didn't have a certain page, Nancy didn't have her page was different, that whenever you do go to an attorney that you have a complete updated set of what do they call them, Tony? Documents and rules and regulations. Go there first so you don't waste the time or the money of the attorney, but make sure that we have a complete set.
And as I said,
because that's what he advised me to request. And if they didn't do that, then that was another step, one further.
And I think, as was pointed out earlier, okay, the condo documents, certainly the copy in my possession, is missing. It looks like 2 pages. Now, I believe there is a master copy held by the state. Is that correct, Tony?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But how you can tell is the stamp how it's been recorded. There's a stamp number. And if it's been stamped that way, I believe I have a complete set, and they're stamped in number.
Well, are you talking about the pagination at the top right corner of it?
Well, yeah, I think it's on that side.
Okay.
So if you just go through that, folks, you'll know if they're correct and how it's...
Okay. And I
don't look at the bottom number, look at that number.
All right.
Anyway,
I will get back to you.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I still would like to hear from each board member the threats. There is a reason for this, folks.
Well, who wants to hear it?
I do.
Yes.
We're paying them.
I think it's wise to say it.
You're going to have to stand up because no one...
For a matter of record.
Yes.
You're not going to? Why not?
They didn't.
What?
Because they didn't threaten me. I didn't go up there after I found out they had the stun gun.
Okay, look,
for a matter of record.
I just want to get back to Tony. The secretary doesn't wish to respond.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know what the vice president would like to.
No, I don't know know if anybody even cares.
Yes, we care about this particular thing.
Okay. Which particular one?
This is the one when she
About the
said she
check?
has her rights.
Okay.
That's the one.
I didn't sign, after we made the motion to reduce her salary, when I was up there to sign the checks the next week, I did not sign her check. I says, I cannot sign this. And she said, it is illegal for you not to sign it, and she has rights. She says, I have rights and you have no rights. So I says, okay. I says,
Are you threatening me? You
oh yeah, I
said?
says, are you threatening me? And she says, no, but it's illegal, and she kept, and I says, I don't know, I think that's the point where I says, get a lawyer, get an Indian
Yes,
chief.
that's what you told me.
I says, Betsy, why don't you get a lawyer, an Indian chief, a cook, and a bottle washer? What do you want from me? I said, I'm not signing the check, okay? Another time, with the taser gun, I think Dick Lane was there, and I said, why is Dick Lane, oh no, he left, and I says, why is Dick Lane here? And Harold says, to be a witness for Betsy, if anybody comes up here and threatens her and attacks her. And with that, she picked up a taser gun, and she says, if they come across my desk, they're getting this, and she flashed it towards the ceiling.
Oh, she flashed it actually.
No, not at me,
But-
at the ceiling.
But that.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah, we can't have that.
no.
No.
So I didn't bat an eye, what does this mean to me? But I says, by time Dick saves you, he can't even get up off the chair. And she says, well, he has a gun. And I says, oh, great, I got Harold with a gun, Dick behind me with a gun, and her with a taser gun.
This is an office.
I mean, this is an office. Now, I have to tell you, there really wasn't any fear, but that's beside the point. How stupid.
You can't call the police. If they have a valid license for the gun, you can't do anything to them, and a taser gun doesn't need a license. As long as they don't
Actually,
aim it.
by law, we can,
Doesn't work that.
This
this is a
I'm
place of
saving it to the
business.
lawyer.
Anyone can require an employee not to bring firearms into a place of business.
Joe, you want to say something?
That can be limited.
No, I was just going to suggest, and Tony asked me that you include this videotaping, because I know Barbara, you had to step up for a couple, to use the restroom or facilities, whatever, that we just have it included, so there's no question later on that there were only 2 people in the room at the time or whatever.
Didn't have to go.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I just want to make one quick point in response to what you just said. We can pass motions at board level, the 3 of us, till the cows come home.
Yeah.
But we cannot
Enforce
We
them.
cannot enforce them, okay, without taking legal action and ensuring that those motions are complied with.
Well, that's why I'm hoping that after we get...
Sorry, let me finish. The only way to get those motions to be complied with is by enforcing them legally in the way we've described. Okay, so that's the only answer I can give to you.
That's why I'm hoping that after we do this, and I'm all in favor of what you're doing with the attorney and everything, that this board and this body finally defines and limits in our bylaws the
Yes.
power of the president.
Absolutely, but
Yes.
you can
Enough
only,
of this.
you're absolutely right, but you can only do one thing at a time. And I would suggest, and I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Jim
Joe, what's your last name, Joe?
Cunningham.
Would you be willing to stand for election in April as an officer?
Unfortunately, part of the year I work somewhere else. I'm out of town for business, so I'm not here for
But that does not disqualify you. Any unit owner can stand for election to the board. It doesn't matter if they're snowbirds, if they're away out of town, for most of the year. They're legally entitled to stand for election.
I'd like to think
And
about
I would
it.
suggest that if you feel that strongly, and obviously you do, that you actually do something about it and stand up and be counted by putting your name forward in April and standing as a candidate. I'm saying that politely to you.
Jeremy,
But we need everybody to be doing this. I mean, this isn't something that one person needs to stand up on a board and do. We are the authority.
Yes, but if one feels strongly,
No, that is not true.
If we
We
feel-
dictate to the board.
if we as unit owners
Yes,
feel
we do.
strongly enough about these issues, and I think most of you do, then you should I think, I'm only speaking, saying what I think that one should stand up and be counted. And actually, instead of just complaining, which is fine, actually do something about it by standing for election.
Well, I'm just saying you guys.
We'll worry about that in April.
I'm just responding.
We got the lawyer, but I got one more question.
Okay, and then we get
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Could the three of you go up there tomorrow? It's going to require the three of you to go say to Betsy, we would like a blank check because we have passed by the board.
Are you coming with the camera?
You know what? I just may.
Because that's what we need.
Yeah, we need to buy.
You know, what does everybody think of that? Why should they have to put themselves through that?
Why should they have?
Good idea.
To even have that minor, and of course you're not going to get it.
You can do it at a time where a bunch of us could go on your behalf and stand there out in the
Well, she only
hallway.
works between 9 and 12, and then she closes the door for an hour.
No, it's open till 1.
So is that a concept that you can think
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Like maybe the three of you can speak tomorrow and figure out a time?
Can I update you quickly?
Yes.
I have an appointment to go up there tomorrow at 10:30 to look at the latest generation of the account records.
You think?
Yes, Betsy has agreed to let me look at them tomorrow morning at 10:30. So the two
Okay,
of you
so
are
can you-
welcome to accompany.
Can we let this go until Friday? This
All right.
way we could hear what's going on and whatever scuttlebutt that we get from tonight, that Middle River Club walked off and River Shores walked off.
But how
Well,
is
you know
that
what,
going
wait
to
a minute,
affect us?
wait a minute, that has to be answered, excuse me.
All right, I'm going to answer you.
Go ahead.
We're not going to make a decision at this moment, okay? It's going to be talked
Yeah,
and
no,
discussed.
I'm no
Okay.
more for tomorrow.
Now, any other comments, anything that anybody wants to make at this meeting? You want to say something?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to end the meeting.
All right,
Thank you.
the meeting is closed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Maybe
All the